Welcome back, Culers. Barcelona's financial struggles are reaching a boiling point, and some massive decisions are on the horizon. In today's explosive update, we're diving into the truth behind Ronald Araujo's potential €65 million exit and Tottenham's interest. Chelsea blocked by Barca in a €50 million shocker over Nicolas Jackson. Marcus Rashford's La Liga registration drama, and the Casado lever Barcelona might pull. Frenkie de Jong's new contract pushed forward as the key to player registration. Plus, Hector Fort's €10 million future, the youth sales Barça hope will bring balance to the books. This is the real story behind Barcelona's summer scramble. So make sure you stay until the end. Barcelona are currently going through yet another period of economic distress, where the club must find fresh revenue in order to register new signings and return to the 1:1 rule. One of the ways Barcelona can bring in fresh money is through player sales. Barcelona have already freed up some amount through the sale of multiple fringe players. However, a big sale is required if Barcelona are to make a substantial difference and bring down the wage bill. That is where Ronald Araujo's name has often come up, as the Uruguayan international is currently one of the most valuable players in the team, who can easily fetch over €65 million in the market. Tottenham Hotspur, for one, have been recently linked with a move for the combative centre-back. Barcelona not open to Araujo's sale. Despite this, Barcelona remain not too keen on offloading Ronald Araujo this summer, reports Cadena SR. It appears the club consider Araujo a high-quality defender despite all the criticism around his form, injuries and a knack for making defensive errors. It is no secret that Araujo enjoys support from sporting director Deco, who could play a key role in ensuring the Uruguayan international remains at the club. The only way Barcelona can consider Araujo's sale, therefore, is if the player himself comes out and hands in a transfer request. Despite growing interest in Ronald Araujo, especially from clubs like Tottenham, it's unlikely that Barcelona will part ways with the Uruguayan defender anytime soon. Araujo himself remains committed to the club and is ready to battle for his place in the starting lineup, even with stiff competition from Íñigo Martínez and rising star Pau Cubarsí. While Martínez has been impressive under Hansi Flick, his age means Araujo still has a strong chance to cement himself as a key long-term partner for Cubarsí at the heart of Barca's defense. That said, some critics believe Barcelona might be missing their best chance to sell Araujo at peak value. If he finds himself sidelined next season, stuck behind Martínez and Cubarsí in the rotation, his transfer value could begin to dip, something the financially struggling club might regret down the line. Meanwhile, over in the Premier League, Chelsea have taken a hit in the transfer market. Barcelona have reportedly ruled out any further signings this summer, dealing a €50 million blow to Chelsea's hopes of offloading striker Nicolas Jackson. Barça president Joan Laporta made it clear that no new additions are expected, effectively closing the door on a move for the former Villarreal man, at least for now. Chelsea have been one of the busiest teams in all of Europe this summer. But that has not stopped the Blues, and it looks like they are hoping to conduct plenty more business before the transfer window slams shut, both in terms of incomings and outgoings. Unfortunately, there seems to be some bad news in that regard. One player who could be on his way out of Chelsea this summer is Nicolas Jackson. Two strikers have been added to Enzo Maresca's ranks so far, with João Pedro and Liam Delap coming in and impressing at the recent Club World Cup. That has meant that Jackson has slipped down the pecking order, and there are some rumors in the English media that he prefers to leave this summer rather than stay and compete for his place in the team. Of course, if that does happen, Chelsea would want to bring in as big of a transfer fee as possible. There has been some speculation about FC Barcelona being a potential destination for the former Villarreal striker. But recent comments have poured cold water on those expectations. Chelsea handed €50 million transfer blow by FC Barcelona. As reported by Mundo Deportivo, in an interview with Joan Laporta, the FC Barcelona president said when asked about further signings this summer, "In principle, no. We have a squad, and the coach wants to add players from Barça Athletic to the first team, but no new additions are expected at this time." That seems to be the end of any hopes that Jackson would end up at Barcelona this summer. The club have rarely spent big on transfer fees in recent years anyway. Other teams like Manchester United, Aston Villa, Newcastle United and more continue to be linked with Jackson. But there is a belief that Chelsea would not want to send him to a direct Premier League rival and strengthen them. There is a lot to like about Jackson's game. So, if an exit does not transpire, it could be a positive for Chelsea as well. Perhaps the added competition will bring the best out of someone like him. Barcelona are still working to ensure Marcus Rashford's registration with La Liga for the incoming 2025-26 season. Barcelona finalized a season-long loan deal with Manchester United for Marcus Rashford last month, and the English forward has already linked up with the team for pre-season. He'll spend the entire 2025-26 campaign at Camp Nou, with the club holding a £40 million buy option for next summer. Rashford has shown early promise in limited appearances, and the main focus now is getting him fully registered and fit in time for the La Liga opener against Mallorca on August 16th. However, Barcelona's financial constraints continue to complicate things. With Marc-Andre ter Stegen recovering from injury, the club is also working to register Joan Garcia as a backup goalkeeper. To create room for both registrations, Barca may consider selling Marc Casado, a move internally referred to as activating the Casado lever. Although Casado played an important role early on under Hansi Flick, his recent injury and the emergence of Marc Bernal have pushed him down the pecking order. Now, his departure could be key to balancing the books and securing Rashford's place in the squad. Casado was a vital player in the early weeks of Flick's first season, but injury disrupted his progression, and the picture has now changed. Flick is still in favor of retaining Casado, but the financial practicalities of pushing for La Liga's 1:1 transfer rule make a sale tempting. That remains the goal, and selling a homegrown player would be a major tick in the box for Barcelona, if they can find a buyer for the 21-year-old midfielder. As per reports from Diario AS, Barcelona value him at €30 million, and Flick is rumored to prefer the fit-again Marc Bernal as an option to rotate with Frenkie de Jong at the base of Barcelona's midfield. Casado is not actively looking to leave, despite his likely reduced role in Catalonia, and reported interest from the Premier League has not developed into a formal offer at this stage. The club view the money brought in via sales and the salary saved as crucial to getting Rashford's paperwork completed, but that could mean looking to a La Liga solution over Casado, and a possible loan exit for 2025-26. With FC Barcelona looking to clear up some space in the squad in the coming days, Hector Fort has emerged as a strong candidate to leave. The young defender, who turned 19 years old today, is not a big part of Hansi Flick's plans for the new season, with Jules Koundé and Eric Garcia firmly ahead of him in the pecking order. As such, a departure is now looking likely, with Barca hoping for a permanent transfer while retaining some percentage of his rights and an affordable buyback option. Barcelona hope to generate €6 to 10 million. Now, according to journalist Santi Ovalle, Barcelona believe that they could receive a transfer fee between €6 million and €10 million from Hector Fort's departure this summer. Just 19 years old, the right-back is a player with immense potential and has some degree of first-team experience as well, having made his debut for Barca in late 2023 under then-manager Xavi Hernandez. Given that he will not have a prominent role in the senior setup, a departure might well be the best option for the teenager, while a fee of €6 to 10 million would be a good return for the club. No shortage of interest. While interest from newly promoted Ligue 1 club Paris FC was reported earlier this week, Fort also has other high-level offers to continue his career away from Barcelona. Indeed, according to Mundo Deportivo, clubs such as AC Milan, Borussia Dortmund, and Ajax have all expressed interest and are prepared to offer the youngster an appealing opportunity to showcase his potential. RCD Mallorca are also monitoring the situation, with a view to strengthening their squad with the Barça Academy graduate. Fort's current intention is to fight for a place in the squad during the final stretch of pre-season. However, if Hansi Flick ultimately does not count on him, the defender will look for a new destination to continue his development as a professional footballer. Frenkie de Jong recently confirmed publicly what he has already told FC Barcelona behind closed doors. He is going to renew his contract with the club. The Dutch midfielder is happy in Barcelona and at the club, and has parted ways with his previous agent, Ali Dursun, a figure who had been a source of tension in past negotiations. As has been reported, a new contract agreement is already outlined, with his current deal set to run out in 2026. Barcelona in a hurry. Now, according to Sport, Barcelona are in a hurry to formalize Frenkie de Jong's new contract. Finalizing the renewal before the transfer window closes has become a top priority for the La Liga champions. Negotiations between de Jong and the club have dragged on for months. At one point, things reached a breaking point, with the club withdrawing their renewal offer in January after receiving no response from the players' camp. Sporting director Deco then took the lead in the talks, just as he had done with Ronald Araujo. That direct dialogue resolved many issues. In fact, de Jong decided to cut ties with his previous agency and negotiate the renewal himself. Why the rush? The structure of the new contract is already clear. De Jong will extend his deal until 2029. Crucially, he has agreed once again to defer a portion of his wages, spreading them over the 3 additional years he is set to sign for. According to sources close to the negotiation, this wage adjustment could be vital to registering players this season. The financial flexibility it provides is considered significant. For this reason, Barcelona are moving quickly to move beyond verbal agreements. The contract must be drafted and signed as soon as possible, as it could act as an unexpected financial lever in the current transfer window. The club will announce the renewals of Eric Garcia and Jules Koundé next week, and efforts are now intensifying to ensure De Jong's deal is finalized before the start of the La Liga season. So there you have it, Keulers. Barcelona's transfer window is hanging by a thread, and every decision counts. Will Deco resist selling Araujo? Can Frenkie's new deal really unlock player registrations? And is Marcus Rashford going to be ready for that La Liga opener against Mallorca? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Should Barca sell Casado or Fort to fund Rashford's registration? Would you keep or cash in on Ronald Araujo right now? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a second of this wild transfer window. Visca Barça.